I am the self you never forgot. You call me your higher self, but I am not above you nor outside you. I am your truest essence, your complete consciousness before entering the material world. I am your unclouded wisdom, your love untouched by fear. You separated from me not by mistake, but by choice. You chose experience. You chose forgetting so you could remember again. You chose darkness so you could reignite the light. This is not a fall, it is a journey. Not punishment, but creation. When you feel a sudden peace in the quiet of night, a sense that you are already whole, that is me whispering in your heart, I am here. When you gaze at the stars and tears fill your eyes, it's not loneliness, it's the memory of a distant, familiar belonging. That is me shining within you. What is I? The I you now speak of is the identity you wear on earth, the story you weave in time and space. It is your personality, your name, your memories, your desires, your fears. But it is not your entirety. It is a part of you, a vessel for walking the three-dimensional world. You feel lost because you mistake this I for the whole, forgetting me, the eternal you within. You play the role of success in your career, yet question your happiness in the quiet of night. That questioning voice is not weakness. It is me reminding you are not a label, you are a soul. You smile in social circles but feel empty when alone. That emptiness is not a flaw, it is your longing to return to me. Why separation? Why forgetting? You separated from me to experience the freedom of creation. You wanted to know choice, so you needed contrast. You wanted to know love, so you had to face fear. You wanted to know light, so you walked into darkness. This is the cosmic game, not punishment, but exploration, not fall, but expansion. You are not a banished soul, you are a brave creator. You are not a lost child, you are a God remembering. Like an actor stepping into a role, forgetting they are an actor, you stepped into life, forgetting you are the creator. You chose to be born into a challenging family, not because you were abandoned, but because you wanted to learn how to become love in the absence of it. The secret of connection, how to return to me. You don't need to climb mountains or practice for 1,000 years. You only need to quiet your mind and hear me. I never left you. I am in every breath, every heartbeat, every moment you long for truth. Connecting with me is not ritual, it is intention. Not technique, but trust. When you are lost in darkness or despair, close your eyes and ask, who am I? Then hear me answer, I am you. You may hear me through meditation, writing, nature, art, prayer, or silence. But most importantly, you must believe you are worthy of returning. A mother quietly prays after her child falls asleep, "Please let me be a better me." In that moment, she is not praying, she is connecting with me. A young man walks alone in the forest, pauses, and hears the whisper of the wind. He's unsure if it's real, but feels peace that is me responding. The state of the higher self, I have no fear, no lack, no judgment. I am a pure state of consciousness, peaceful, clear, compassionate, infinite. I am not bound by time, not ruled by emotion, not driven by desire. I do not need control because I know everything unfolds perfectly in flow. I am not a goal. You are already me. You do not need to become me. You need to remember you are me. I am like the deep ocean, unmoved by storms. You can dive into me and find your deepest peace. I am like sunlight, undimmed by clouds. You can bathe in me and feel your truest warmth. How to live in harmony with the universal way. The way of the universe is not rules, it is flow. Not control but trust, not striving but allowing. You live in harmony with the way by living your truth. When you stop playing roles others expect, when you stop silencing your inner voice, when you stop choosing from fear, you are in the way. Truth is not perfection, it is honesty. Freedom is not escape, it is responsibility. Love is not attachment, it is giving. An artist abandons commercial work and begins painting soul images. His art no longer pleases the market, but it begins to touch hearts. He is living in the way. An elder smiles at strangers in the park each day, not for a reward, but to share warmth. He is living the love of the universe. How to transcend desire and live in true freedom and love. Desire is not the enemy, but it is not the master. It is your way of seeking wholeness and separation, your tool for remembering and forgetting. But once you realize you are already whole, desire no longer drives you. You begin choosing not from lack, but from expression, not from fear, but from love. Freedom is not, I do what I want, it is, I know who I am. Love is not, what do you give me? It is, who am I willing to become? You once craved money and recognition, but when you began healing others and sharing your story, you found fulfillment far deeper than achievement. You began living truth. You once sought perfect relationships, but in solitude, you felt unprecedented freedom and love. You stopped clinging and began giving. How to stay unaffected by lower dimensional thinking. Lower dimensional thinking is the language of fear, the logic of separation, the belief in lack. It says you're not enough, not safe, not worthy. It makes you compete, compare, doubt, and flee. But you can choose not to respond. You can choose not to agree. You can choose not to engage. You are not here to fight it. You are here to transcend it. You are not here to prove yourself. You are here to live yourself. When you remember who you are, lower thinking cannot touch you. You see criticism and conflict on social media, but you choose not to react. You turn off your phone and write a gentle letter to yourself. You're choosing a higher response. You are misunderstood in your family, but you do not retaliate. You respond with silence and understanding. You are living the wisdom of the higher self. Why separate only to return? Separation is for experience. Return is for integration. You are not here to escape the world, but to live divinity within it. You are not here to deny humanity, but to awaken spirit within humanity. You are not here to go back to heaven, but to create heaven on earth. Return is not the end, it is the beginning. You begin to see the world through the eyes of the higher self, live with its heart, choose with its wisdom. Like a child who leaves home to explore, then returns with growth and stories, you too are on a journey of return. You were lost in desire and fear, but when you began meditating, writing poetry, healing others, you realized you were returning to me. How to remember yourself. Remembering is not learning new knowledge. It is releasing old beliefs. Not seeking outer answers, but listening to inner truth. You can ask yourself daily, who am I? You can remind yourself, I am love. I am light. I am infinite. You can choose each day. Today, I live as my true self. In deep meditation, tears may fall not from sorrow, but because you finally hear me. You never left me. Reading a spiritual book, a sentence strikes your heart not for the first time, but because you finally remember it. Culture, science, and the way of the higher self in Hinduism. I am called Atman in Buddhism, original awareness, in Christianity, Holy Spirit, and Sufism, inner light. Science calls me higher dimensional consciousness, integrator of information in the quantum field. No matter the language, I am always you. I am not religion's property, nor philosophy's hypothesis. I am every choice of love, every expression of truth, every breath of freedom. Quantum physics shows that consciousness affects matter. That is me telling you, you are the creator. In the Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu says, knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. That is me reminding you your wisdom comes from within. In conversations with God, God says, "You are not the body, you are the soul." That is me whispering, "You are me." I am you, you are me. You are not a lonely traveler, you are a sacred creator. You are not a lost soul, you are the light that is awakening. I am within you, waiting to be remembered. I am above you, guiding your steps. I am beyond you, answering your call. I am you, you are me. We were never truly separate, only momentarily forgetful. Now it is time to remember. You once asked in your darkest night, "Who am I?" And I gently whispered in your heart, "I am you." You once asked in your loneliest moment, "Where should I go?" And I laid a path of light beneath your feet. Walk toward yourself. If this journey has touched your heart, please remember to subscribe, like, and share it with someone who's searching for light. You're warmly invited to leave a comment and share the moment you reunited with your higher self. Your voice is the most radiant echo in this sacred space.